Hi, it's James here for Recognition of Prior Learning. Today I'm going to be showing you a tubeless tyre fit with a puncture repair using a mushroom style plug from the inside of the tyre. So let's jump in, let's check it out.
The first thing I have to do is identify where the leak is coming from. Usually it is as obvious as finding the location the nail is sticking out of. Other times we can fill the tyre with air and give it a bath and look for bubbles. Once it's found, I make a chalk mark around the puncture and also on the rim where the puncture is. First, I break the bead of the tyre using the tyre machine's bead breaker. I then place the wheel assembly into the tyre machine's clamps. Then it's time to remove the upper facing bead using the tyre lever. What I'm doing with my left hand here is pushing the bead into the rim's well to get better leverage. Once the upper bead is off the rim, I then proceed to do the same thing with the lower bead. Using a special drill bit, I then drill the puncture's hole out a little bigger and more evenly. Using another special tool, I sand or grind the inside surface of the tyre to make sure the surface is even so that the plug seats properly. Then I apply some adhesive to the area, insert the mushroom plug and pull it through firmly. I then make sure the back end of the mushroom plug is sitting plush and apply a sealant for additional support. I mentioned earlier that I marked the rim where the puncture was. This was so once the wheel was off, I could inspect the rim to make sure there was no damage caused by the item that caused the puncture. When putting the tyre back on, I also mark the direction of the wheel's travel on the rim. This ensures the tyre is fitted back on correctly. I then lube up the tyre's bead and use a turntable to seat the lower facing bead. I then lube up the upper facing bead and then use a turntable again to seat its bead whilst massaging its opposing edges into the rim's well to ease the process. I can then pop the bead into place with some air. Put the valve coil back in. Cut the excess of the plug off. Pump the tyre up to spec, in this case 32 psi. Give it a clean, then rebalance it before returning it to the customer.